Buying a home can be very complicated, but here are 6 easy steps on how you, as a first-time home buyer, can get into a property. Okay, enough BS. Let's jump right into it. You are a first-time home buyer. Maybe you've been shopping around on Realtor, maybe Facebook Marketplace, Realtor.ca, maybe some agent websites, but you want to know how you can actually obtain that property for yourself. Now, let's break it down into 6 steps and let's talk about it right now. Step number 1, the easiest and most simple way to get into a home is to meet with a mortgage broker or a real estate agent. And a real estate agent, perhaps, maybe they work as a partner group and they will be able to explain it more to you. Why should you do this? Well, when you are out looking for a home, you may not know exactly what your budget is and what it is exactly you need. So meeting with a mortgage broker will get you that qualification and pre-qualify, and potentially afterwards, step 2, which is going to be your pre-approval. Now, still sticking on step number 1, the reason why it's a good idea to meet with a real estate agent and a mortgage broker is that they know the area. They know the market. This is their full-time job. This is what they do. As a first-time home buyer, I agree. Yes, it is tough. It is complicated. And maybe as someone that's purchased 10 other properties, you may not need to meet with a mortgage broker or a real estate agent right away because you already know the process. But we are talking about somebody who is new to the process and does not know how it works. So meeting with a real estate agent will be able to explain roughly the prices, what you are looking for, what your needs are, and where you should be looking for. At the same time, that mortgage broker will be able to give you the information on your budget to what you are able to purchase, especially if you're a first-time home buyer taking advantage of the 5% down payment. Step 2, getting pre-approved. What is a pre-approval? What does it do? Well, a pre-approval is when you go to the bank and you submit your documents, or a mortgage broker, I should say, and you submit your documents and you say, hey, I want to be able to purchase a home. I want to know what is my purchasing power. Now, your purchasing power may be very dependent because it can be very affected from your job, your hours of work, your debt. Do you have credit cards? Do you have a car loan? Do you have student loans? All this can affect how much you are pre-qualified for. So this is something very important that you should do. Why is that? Getting a pre-approval can get you looking into homes that you are able to get into. The truth can be very harsh when you're looking at a $1 million property, but you are allowed to purchase a $600,000 property. So this is something that you should do, is get pre-qualified. What is your budget for real estate at that given state of your life? Because yes, people upgrade. Most folks that purchase homes in Canada upgrade throughout their life. So your first home may not be your dream home. And if it is, honestly, good for you. I want to know, where do you make your money? I want to get there as well. Because my first dream home, honestly, my first home was not my dream home. So let's get that out of the way. All right. Now let's move on to the next stage. After you've gotten your pre-approval, what should you do? Well, this brings us all the way to step number 3. Now we're halfway there. You understand that? We are halfway through our 6-step process. So you're halfway already through purchasing a home is when you've already done your pre-approval, pre-qualification, and you've spoken with your mortgage brokers and real estate agents in your area. This is where you narrow down your criteria and your search. Why should you do this? Well, the real concept of why I'm saying this is because you want to know what are your needs and what are your wants. What are your needs? Where do you work? Do you work on the south side of the city, but do you want to purchase on the north side? That doesn't really make sense. Why would you want to commute 45 minutes to work? Where do your kids go to school? What are your plans for your future life? Are you a young couple, or are you single? Are you married, or are you upgrading? There's many things that can affect your criteria because let's be real, upon thousands of homes here in Calgary. Actually over 8,000 right now as we are speaking to you. So narrowing down your search criteria can be very efficient because this will dictate which areas you look at. What are your criteria? Do you need 2 bedrooms, 1 bedroom, 4 bedrooms, 10 bedrooms? Do you need a big backyard, or you just need a patio? Do you even need a balcony? All this can dictate exactly what you need and will save so much time when the time comes to look at homes. And that's where it brings me to step number 4. actually getting out there and looking at homes. This is where you start your home search and you find your home that is right for you. Now, step 4 can be very long for some buyers. There's buyers out there that will take this step and do it 2 years of it. Some get it done within a few months, some get it done within a few weeks, but some buyers like to take their time and they are looking for that great property that is right for them. So this is gonna typically take the longer amount of time. This is where you find your property and you're out and you're doing showings. Now this is the most fun. I must say this is the most fun out of it all, because in reality, we are shopping. We're out there, we're looking. Honestly, is this the right floor plan for you? Is this the right location for you? Is this the right size for you? Is the backyard big enough? Is the backyard too big? There's a lot of things that can dictate when you are searching a home, even the location of the sunset. All this can really play a lot in a home search. But this is some things like myself, a real estate agent, will be able to talk to you about, because some things you may not know when you are looking for a home. For example, when we pre-qualify you, we will already know what kind of things you may want. We will get a sense of feel of what kind of person. Are you a morning person? Or are you an afternoon person? Are you a night owl? Depending on what kind of person you are, this is the type of home you want to find out for yourself. So let's say 2 months go by, you're looking for homes, you found the right one. A month goes by, 2 weeks go by, whichever timeline it is, you found the home that you are looking for and you love it. So what is your next step? Well, you walk to the home, you walk to it with your real estate agent, you've already seen it. What do you do? What's the next step? Step number 5. This is where you are in the offer process. A real estate agent will come up to you during that time and say, all right, if you do love it and you agree that you want to go ahead with it, we will submit an offer towards the people that are selling it. And this is where the negotiations begin. Now, depending on the market you are in, you are able to add conditions to your sale. What are conditions? Conditions are a subject to, let's call it that. So if these conditions are not met, the house purchase does not go through fully. Now, what can happen in a condition period? Well, there's some things like financing. This is where you find your financing and make sure that you are able to get the funding for that home for you to move into. Then there's number 2. There's going to be your property inspection. Property inspection is very important, especially if you're in a market that allows it. What I mean by that, that's a completely different video, but what I mean by that shortly is there's highs and lows in the markets. There's sellers markets and there's buyers markets. Sellers markets are when there's a lot of buyers on the table and a lot of sellers. Buyers markets are the opposite, a lot of sellers and not so many buyers. So when you're in a buyer's market, you're able to actually add a lot more conditions opposed to a seller's market. Okay, let's get back on track. So if you are looking to doing an inspection, what they will do is they will check the big items within the home along with a lot of the finishing touches and a lot of the things that you may want fixed before you move in. For example, if the shingles are old, or if there's a foundation crack, or if there's a plumbing leak, or if there's the wrong types of piping for your homes, or there's problems with electrical. All this can come up and will come up during inspection depending on the kind of home you purchase. So what other conditions are there? Well, if you're purchasing into a condominium complex, you will want to do a condo document review. What is this? A condo document review will take a look at the corporation that you're purchasing into, the condo. So the condo board and the condo corporation, there's a management company. They will look after the reserve fund, money coming in, the work that needs to be done, the bylaws, the rules, whether or not you have pets. Are pets allowed? Is it an 18+ building? What kind of parking is there? Is it your parking, or is it title, or is it assigned? There's a lot that can go into it, and this is the stuff that you check during the condo document review. You will get hundreds of pages of documents during the condo document review, but thankfully there are people out there that are able to do that for you for a few $100s. After you've already completed your conditional period, and now everything went smoothly, great. You've put in your deposit. You put in a deposit typically within 3 days of purchasing or putting in an offer. Now everything is great. Your financing is approved, your inspection has gone through, and if you're purchasing a condo, the condo documents came back flawless. What's the next step? Well, this is where you waive these conditions. You take these conditions off the contract, and now the contract is firm. It is fulfilled. It is full. It is complete. So what's the next step is what brings us to step number 6. This is the final stretch. This is the final home stretch of purchasing your home. This is where you meet with your lawyer. What does a lawyer do? Why do I need to meet with a lawyer in order to purchase a home? Well, a lawyer is who does the title registration to put your name onto the title to make sure that yes, you are the owner of this home. A lawyer as well clears all liens, any mortgages, and anything off that title before you take possession of that home to make sure that it is free and clear prior to you receiving the keys. And that's exactly what the next step is receiving the keys. So yes, I said 6 steps, typically because within the 6th step is when you do this at the same time. You will meet with your lawyer the week of your move-in date. You will sign all the necessary documents like title transfer, mortgage documents if you are taking a mortgage. And then within a few days, the money gets transferred and the real estate agent will then give you your keys. The moment your keys are handed off to you and the keys are, as we call it, keys are released to you, you are now a homeowner of that home. You are a proud homeowner, I should say. So that's why I say we have 6 steps, but in reality, maybe we have 7. Which one is it? I'm joking. But yes, 7 steps to this key release, 6 steps of crucial steps for you. So I hope you're able to watch this quick video and know the quick steps on how to purchase a home. However, I do really recommend speaking with a real estate agent like myself, for example. I work here in the Calgary real estate market, and we are able to explain much more to you of what you need to do and the steps you need to take in order to get your home and receive those keys and call it home. So if you enjoyed this video, I hope you watch the rest of my videos where I show you and talk a lot about the Calgary real estate market. My name is Sakson, and I hope to see you next time.